brothers and sisters, children of that one loving God, I bid you with my love and respect by saying Namaskar. Namaskar. It shows that we see each other as the same, we love each other the same, we care for each other the same. Swami Vivekananda said in one of his quotes that success is not to be measured by how much we accumulate, but by the extent in which we use what we accumulate for the service of others. Today is indeed a blessed and beautiful day for all Guyanese, and for that amazing person who would have had that amazing thought in his mind. I'm very much sure that would have been inspired by God, that he would have made it and materialized it into this beautiful hotel that will serve not just our country but beyond. Today we thank God for this achievement very firstly. We thank God that they may grow genuinely in every aspect of their life. May God bless them with that prosperity. Secondly, we pray that may Bhagwan bless, or may God, as we say, Bhagwan bless all the staff and everybody who serve in this beautiful hotel. That everyone who comes into contact here may experience bliss. May they experience comfort. May they experience joy. And more so, if there is any obstacle that can avoid any of this amazing feeling, joy, and this great experience, then we pray that may all obstacles be removed. Join me in prayers. Om Sri Ganeshaya Bhyo Namaha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya. O Lord, you are indeed massive and great. Surya Koti Samaprabha. You have the radiance like millions of suns. Nirvignam Kurume Deva. May you shine forth that radiance, dispelling all obstacles and hindrances. Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. We bow down to you again and again. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Namaskar.
Let us pray. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. It is in vain that you rise up early, go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives his beloved sleep. Happy the man who has filled his quiver with arrows of this kind, for he shall not be put to shame when he contends with his foes at the gate. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this enterprise. We ask you to bless it and give success. We pray for all those who will work here, that their work will always be safe. We pray for those who stay here, that their stay here will be happy. And we ask you, Lord, to bless everything that we do. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, the mercy, and blessings of the Almighty be with you. My prayers this evening is taken from chapter 1 of the Holy Quran, final revelations to the entire mankind, which should be rendered in the Arabic language, followed by the English translation. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. I seek refuge in Allah, God Almighty, from Satan the accursed. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. All praise are due to you, O Allah, your Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You alone do we seek thine assistance. Guide us on the straight path, the path of those whom you have blessed, not the path of those who earn your anger, nor those who went astray. O Allah, our Lord, the Creator of everyone and everything, we thank you for the investors in the hotel industry who seek to provide accommodation to our visitors and create employment. Our Lord, we thank you for our government who is facilitating investment for the benefit of our people and the economic development of our country. Bless them and bless all those who are associated with this project. Bless us and our hospitality. May our guests be a blessing to us that we host in a welcoming way. We thank you, O Allah, our Lord, for inviting us to live in this beautiful country of ours. As servants of the Almighty, bless us to express the kind of welcome that mirrors your generous welcome to us. Lead us to develop those skills related to hospitality and creating a welcoming environment, thus complementing the beauty of our country. O Allah, O God Almighty, accept our prayers. Ameen.
Thank you for the blessing. And now it is time for us to head into some lovely remarks and speeches by the people who have helped to make all of this happen here tonight. Let's get ready to welcome to the podium Director of Arimu Investments Incorporated, Lorenzo Alfonso. Please make him feel welcome.
Thank you, Phyllis. Good evening, members of the diplomatic community, members of the government, special invitees, families, friends, and members of the press. Thank you all for joining us during this momentous occasion. I stand here with my head high and proud with the Aiden behind me. It was a long time coming since the Saturnian event in March 2021, and yet here we are today, completed. The development was nothing short of interesting, intense, nerve-wracking, but most importantly, fulfilling. We faced our fair share of procurement issues, logistic dilemmas, and impromptu changes to design. But in the end, it has taken its place as one of the most beautiful architectural structures in Guyana. The Aiden is the 10th to exist in the world, adding another upper mid-scale hotel to Best Western's portfolio and their first in South America. The Aiden is a boutique hotel known for offering its guests world-class amenities and service depicting the culture, flora, and fauna of the country it's in. No two Aiden hotels are alike. The Aiden Hotel boasts 138 smart rooms. Out of this, 6 are extended stay suites with the capacity to give one the feeling of a home away from home. The 8th floor, which is the executive floor, entails all the premier suites equipped with world-class furnishings, Harman Kardon surround songs, balconies, and much more. The hallways of each floor depicts Guyana's flora and fauna with images of our native animals, flowers, and sceneries. All of our suites have been named after the rivers in Guyana, with the largest and most exclusive being the Essequibo. The Aiden also boasts a meeting room, 2 co-work areas, with privacy screens, a sundry shop to cater for all guest convenience. The restaurant, Mosaic, is found on the ground floor and will delight its customers with culinary delicacies from around the world. Aiden also boasts a luxurious coffee shop that has decor that will be found nowhere else in the Caribbean. This space will give you a selection of both local coffees and teas and a selection of international grade of coffee. On the 8th floor, individuals looking for a more exclusive and private place to dwell can take advantage of the Purple Art Executive Lounge that is fully equipped with comfortable and stylish seating, a cocktail bar, and a private terrace. The real gem of Aiden, however, lies on the 9th floor. The Horizon Lounge and Terrace will give you a 180-degree view of the city with unmatched surround sound, wine selection, and cigar bar. Patrons to the Horizon would definitely experience the warmth of Guyana and its hospitality. The Aiden provides employment for over 72 locals and a few expatriates that have worked at world-renowned hotels such as the Four Seasons, Hyatt, and Hilton, thus cementing the fact that customer service here would be unmatched. On the topic of locals, let me touch on a very important point of local involvement during the construction of the Aiden. From the first removal of soil on February 2nd, 2021, to the preliminary completion date of September 10th, 2024, this project was significantly involved with using local resources for most of its development. A number of 56 private trucks benefited with the removal of soil during the excavation stage and with the landfilling. The piles were driven by a Guyanese contractor. The foundation was done by local construction firm Amcon. The drawing and superstructure was done by local engineering group CEC Inc., headed by Mr. Harry Diodhari, and the fabrication and erection of the steel was done by local Randolph Posad. The hotel was enclosed, walled up, and finished by the contracted Chinese firm CNQC. However, it had relevant Guyanese input during this time with aspects of tiling, electrical, plumbing, and some interior designing. The parking facility and entire surrounding of the hotel was done all locally with a number of contractors doing phases. Some of the contractors are here tonight. Bill Smart Construction, R. Kisoon Construction, Afraz Ali, S. Gilhouse, Keon Howard, John Bell, Adrian, and Selwyn Jong, among so much others. After the development, I can say that we should never doubt our Guyanese skill set. The proof is right behind me. 100% supervised by Guyanese, scrutinized by Guyanese, and approved by Guyanese. This, however, was very fitting since the developers, Arimu Investments, are 100% Guyanese. Added to this, the developers originate from the county of Essequibo, which most people call the country. Coming from the country, people tend to view you as an outsider, individuals that do not belong to dwell in the city. That's why we are overwhelmed that the outsiders are the first to finish their hotel and now dwelling with the insiders at the highest level. We are happy to aid in the demand for rooms, food and beverage, and event spaces. But before I go, I would like to follow the ways of His Excellency with leaving significant messages within his speeches. The night is darkest just before the dawn, but I promise you, the dawn will come. No matter how small or large is the mountain you decide to climb, it's how you deal with the issues, problems, and adversities that arise. Knowing for sure that every problem has a solution, you just need to look at it from all angles. Thank you.
Oh, Lorenzo, you gave me chills there for a minute. I was really, really happy to hear that speech and all of the wonderful local involvement there. So thank you for that. And now we get ready to welcome to the microphone Brand Development Manager, Luis Tito.
Good evening to all of you. On behalf of Best Western Hotels and Resorts, I want to express that it's a real honor to share with all of you this important moment for Guyana, and especially for the Alfonso's family, who always believed in a new Guyana. The last 4 years, I've been witness of how this blessed country is growing. Thank you to the Mr. President for his leadership. I know there is too much to do yet, but if the President leads correctly, this beautiful country will be remarkable in the region. I know that. In one of my previous visits, I had the opportunity to know the beautiful natural areas the country can offer. And I can assure that Guyana will be developing the leisure tourism as well now is developing the corporate tourism. I saw the greatness and potential of this blessed country. I know they are going to be remarkable in the region. The opening of this gorgeous property, our first Aiden branded venue in the region, means too much for Best Western Hotels and Resorts because let us spread the new face of our hospitality to the world. This quality of hospitality is what Guyana deserves, and we are pretty sure that it's just the beginning. Guyana deserves more. Now, the global travelers will have the opportunity to enjoy a real unique experience of comfort and design. Lorenzo explained on detail how is the property done. Thank you to the Alfonso's family to make this possible, for your great dedication to do things right, and always being focused how this business can contribute to each Guyanese. Once again, thank you so much to let me share this magical moment with all of you and enjoy it so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tito. We now get ready for W&W Hospitality Management, Mr. Matthew Meany. Please put your hands together for him.
Good evening. Oops. Thank you for all joining us on this wonderful occasion to celebrate the grand opening of the Aiden Hotel. It's a milestone not only for W&W Management, for the city of Georgetown and the entire nation of Guyana. It's an exciting time for Guyana as the country experiences rapid growth and development. We are proud that the Aiden Hotel will be part of this journey, contributing to the nation's thriving hospitality industry, with Guyana gaining recognition and destination for both leisure and business. We are committed to offering exceptional experiences for the travelers in all works. Whether visitors are here to come for the rich culture, the stunning landscapes, diverse wildlife, or their business professions gaining growing sectors, the Aiden Hotel will serve as a perfect hub for them. We have designed the hotel with the modern traveler in mind, offering world-class amenities, impeccable service, and comfortable, welcoming environment that blends luxury and with the charm of the local culture. While Jonathan Reese, the owner of W&W Management, is unable to be with us today, he shares his excitement and pride as we all feel. Jonathan and our entire team are honored to be part of the vibrant community, and we look forward to contributing to the growth of the tourism business in Guyana. Beyond the hotel's stunning design and luxury accommodations, we're also focused on creating value and local community. W&W Management is proud to be creating jobs and contributing to the local economy. We're invested in the long-term success of this country and the people, and we see the Aiden Hotel as part of the culture. As Guyana continues to flourish, we're excited to be part of this incredible journey. The Aiden Hotel is more than just a place to stay. It's a gateway to the best of what the country has to offer, be it for tourists seeking agriculture or business travelers seeking opportunity. In closing, I would like to extend our deepest thanks to the Alfonso family for the unwavering commitment to Guyana, as well as our amazing staff and everyone involved in making this project a reality. Together, we are shaping the future filled with growth, opportunity, and hospitality. Thank you for being part of the celebration.
Thank you so much, Mr. Meany. And none of this could be done without financing. And right now, let's welcome to the podium the CEO of GBTI Bank, Mr. Sean Gurcharan. Please put your hands together for him.
Thank you, Feliz. Good evening, everyone. All protocols previously established and having been observed. It is indeed a great honor to be here today to celebrate the grand opening of Aiden. On behalf of GBTI, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to Uncle Clinton and Auntie Bibi, Lorenzo and Geraldo Alfonso, and the entire team on achieving this remarkable milestone. Could we give the family a round of applause, please? This project represents for us more than just the opening of a new hotel. It embodies the spirit of partnership, innovation, and development. When we decided to partner with this venture, we saw more than a business transaction. We saw a shared vision, a vision for growth, and of strengthening the local economy, and of creating a place that would not only welcome travelers from around the world, but also will provide opportunities for them to experience Guyanese hospitality at its best. Our bank is committed to supporting projects that drive long-term value. This hotel will not only provide world-class hospitality, but it will also serve as a hub for local businesses, suppliers, and workforce development. The tourism and hospitality sectors are critical engines of economic growth, and we are proud to play a role in enabling this success. Our tagline remains, "We see Guyana through your eyes." Beyond the economic benefits, this hotel will also have a lasting social impact. We understand the importance of investing in key sectors that we operate. This project has already created hundreds of jobs during its construction phase and will continue to provide sustainable employment opportunities for many in the years to come. The ripple effect of this investment will be felt across local industries, food, retail, transport, and will enhance the livelihood of so many families in our country. At this point, we wish to highlight some of the exciting developments taking place in the Guyanese economy. As we all know, Guyana is on the cusp of unprecedented economic growth driven by what's happening in terms of the oil and gas sector. This newfound wealth is transforming the economic landscape of our country, and it is creating incredible opportunities for businesses, infrastructures, and importantly, communities. However, beyond the energy sector, we are seeing significant growth in other areas such as agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing. The government's focus on diversification is ensuring that the benefits of this economic boom are shared across multiple sectors and stratas of society. At GBTI, we recognize the pivotal role that infrastructure and tourism development play in fostering sustainable, long-term economic progress. That's why we are particularly excited to have partnered with Aiden, a project that will enhance the hospitality space in Guyana, attract international visitors, and strengthen the local economy. We believe that this project and this hotel will play a key role in positioning Guyana as a world-class destination, not only for its natural beauty and cultural heritage, but also as a symbol of the country's growing stature on the international economic stage. None of this would have been possible without the close collaboration between all the partners involved. I'd personally like to thank the Alfonsos and their team, from GBTI, Priya, Devendra, and Dahana, and the other members of Team GBTI, Richard and his team from the Guyana Americans Merchant Bank who arranged the financing, and for all those who are part of making this dream a reality today. It is through your hard work, vision, dedication that this project has come to life. We believe in the power of partnership, and today is proof of what we can achieve when we come together for a shared purpose. In closing, I want to reiterate how proud we are to be a part of this journey. At GBTI, we believe more than just financing buildings. We believe in partnerships and the future working together. I have no doubt that the future of Aiden will be bright and successful, leaving a lasting legacy in Guyana and from the people who will visit from near and far. Thank you once again for all the persons who've made this possible. Congratulations, Aiden, and we look forward to seeing the positive impact this hotel will have for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gurcharan. Now we're getting ready, everyone, for a cultural presentation. Simply because you bring an international hotel to Guyana, we have to infuse our Guyanese culture, right? So let's get ready for this cultural presentation where we have the One Guyana Dance featuring Berbice Delight Dancers, the National Dance Company, and the Riverside Angels Dance Group. Please put your hands together for them.
Bire mazak wuro nogong moro wia komando tiji ningai. We are one Guyana, a place of peace, a place of love. We are one Guyana, it's paradise, it's our same Guyanese blood in our vein. So make we go now the 3 times the years. Can't make that this child. 6 race I share the same space. In this 33,000 square miles. We are one Guyana. A place of peace, a place of love. We are one Guyana. It's paradise. No matter which religion is you, could have Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, sister is a sister, real and true. One big Bible culture and blue. And all of we together, could really make this dream come true. Of a brighter Guyana for me and you. Ocean to mountains, say this tune. Take it cool. We are one Guyana. Place of peace, a place of love. We are one Guyana. It's paradise, it's our love. Love runs deep like a beautiful river for Guyana. When we stand as one, mighty like Mount Drama. For Guyana, for Guyana. Our life would be beautiful, just like Guyana. She's blessed us with her own, just like her razors. One la la la, can't have lots of lots. Put our hands together, give her a standing ovation. This great nation, a little gem of this world, yeah. Place of peace, a place of love. We are one Guyana. It's paradise. We are one Guyana.
Please put your hands together once again for that beautiful cultural presentation. It shows the diversity of our nation and what makes us great. And ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the President. Thank you. You may be seated. Welcome, Your Excellency. So happy to see you this evening. It is now time for brief remarks by the head of the Guyana Office for Investment, Dr. Peter Ramsaroop. Please put your hands together for him.
His Excellency, Dr. Ali, Honorable Minister, all protocols observed. What is exciting about this event, and you're going to go to many more coming up in the near few months, is you have a political party or a government that, prior to 2020, made a lot of promises out there. But the difference between His Excellency approach to governance in Guyana is about commitments. He doesn't make promises, he makes commitments. He said we will have 2,000 new rooms by 2025. He challenged us to find investors to ensure that that delivery happened. And what is the excitement about this particular project? And I remember when we sat down and we looked at the proposals and we saw, our local boys, the Alfonso, put together a plan, got the commitment by Best Western, and bought their own land and said they're going to build a first-class hotel. And actually, this is the first of what we're opening as a local guided, branded hotel, local being the investors. We know Pegasus was already being built prior to our announcements. But it's proud that we will have Guyanese taking up that challenge. We're going to have a lot more of these openings, as I mentioned, and our commitment, and the President said it many times, it's not just about building the rooms, it's how do we fill those rooms. And he said many times people will make money. You build it, and we will ensure what we can do in order for you to make money and fill these rooms. Last week we had the IBC conference, and they had close to over 500 attendees. The African Exim Bank wanted to hold an event in Guyana for 1,300 people. We could have only at the time handled 300 to 500 people. So there are many, many opportunities that we had to pass because we did not have the quality rooms needed. This is the first step of many that you will see happen. And I'm proud as a Guyanese, it gives me tingles as the national anthem is played to see that our local Guyanese citizens have stepped up to the plate to ensure first of the hotels that the president is commissioning under that new auspice when he said 2,000 new rooms, and it's going to be a lot more than that as we move on, that is happening today. So give them a round of applause, but feel proud that it's a Guyanese run, Guyanese invested, Guyanese land, and it's good to know that we have made it happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ramsaroop. And now let's get ready for Director of Arimu Investments Incorporated, Geraldo Alfonso.
Good evening, everybody. His Excellency, Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Cabinet Ministers, members of the Diplomatic Corps, His Worship the Mayor, all esteemed guests, good evening. Where do I begin? I'd like to personally thank everyone for being in attendance with us here tonight at what I deem a very momentous occasion for our group, the Arimu Investments Group, 100% Guyanese-owned company, the government of Guyana, and by further extension, the country at large. 43 months ago, most of us all gathered here for our sod-turning ceremony. It has become somewhat a practice for us to commemorate the beginning of such ventures, but over the last 3.5 years, I would have established the true celebration should only be on the completion of the venture. Oh, what a journey we've had. Please allow me, everyone, to take you on a brief synopsis of the journey we've had. I promise everyone here tonight not to be longer than 5 minutes with my presentation. This edifice that stands behind me tells a true story, a Guyanese story, a story of hope, a story of determination, and most importantly, a story of faith. When the PPP government took office in August 2020, Guyana was all bits and pieces trying to recuperate from a 5-month-long movie. I remember vividly the new government speaking of its extravagant economic, tourism, and business plans with an invitation for construction of new hotels being advertised in the newspapers. This Sunday advertisement found me on my kitchen island a few hours later, deliberating with my family, the future, the new Guyana, and the possibilities of constructing a hotel to cater for our economic boom. From this very newspaper clipping, we quickly sent over a request to the Office of the President signaling our interest. Within a mere couple of days, a meeting was arranged with our group, the President, and the Vice President to outline our vision. I'm pretty sure the President would remember this meeting. The meeting was short, but it covered a plethora of topics. I remember to this day both the President and the Vice President questioning me, are you guys serious about building a hotel? Has financing been secured? Do you have the land? And are you a franchise holder? With swift responses given to these questions, we were asked to resubmit a comprehensive package of plans, documents, studies, etc. in order for Dr. Ramsaroop to give us the go-ahead at Go Invest. I am pleased to say tonight, throughout the entire project, the level of cooperation, coordination, and assistance shown by the Guyana Office for Investment has been nothing short of exemplary. Hats off to Dr. Ramsaroop at Go Invest. I encourage any potential investor to have a chat with him and to be put on the right footing as it relates to investing in Guyana. Physical construction of this 138-room boutique hotel began on the 2nd of March 2021. At the sod-turning event, it was initially announced that the hotel would boast 90 rooms, but that swiftly changed in the coming months to 100 rooms, 120 rooms, even as much as 150, finally concluding with 138. All changes were made as we acquired additional properties, and changes were being made to facilitate new drawings. Being located in the heart of the commercial Georgetown, the word space we couldn't get enough of. From the birth of the idea to its conceptualization, to accumulate this almost 1 acre plot of land, we had in excess of 20 agreements of sale, 25 sale negotiations, and our fair share of litigation spanning North America, Central America, Europe, and even Asia. I must commend Attorney at Law Mr. Sayes Gonraj for a pivotal role played in negotiating, bartering, and in often just facilitating a deal on these land acquisitions. Mr. Gonraj has filled every application, applied for every license, all waivers as it relates to this property. I can jokingly say many were unsuccessful, but a few were successful. Mr. Gonraj, very nice seeing you tonight. And to my right, Member of Parliament, Attorney at Law Sanjeev Dattadin. Coincidentally, we would have purchased the first piece of land from a client of Mr. Dattadin, and he played a significant role in offering us both business and legal advice throughout the construction period. Thank you, Sanjeev. Physical construction of this structure was made possible by a true team effort. In putting the building together, we would have seen Guyanese, Cubans, Americans, Chinese, Colombians, Haitians, and many other nationalities, putting aside any personal differences to make this dream a reality. To further stress on an earlier speaker of the local content policy or the local content used in this construction of this hotel, I stand here proudly to announce that the foundation designing, piling, and other structural designs were done by local engineer Harry Diohari. I'd also like to call out Mr. Joe Megdisi and team from Amcon Construction for a professional and efficient construction job portrayed on the foundation and its footprints. In keeping with the tone of having young professional Guyanese involved in the project, the steel frame of the building and all steel attachments were fabricated and installed by Randolph's Welding establishment. One of the most diverse steel fabricators in the country, I really call tonight on our local businessmen and women to consider all of these contractors for your new projects. Let's embrace local. Let's embrace local. It's too often, I think we continue to see a foreign national company erecting a building, a foreign steel fabricator erecting a building. No, I have no animosity whatsoever with the foreigners. Take for instance, in our case, I'd like to personally thank Mr. Carl from Chinese company CNQC, who would have entered the compound to finish the building. And I stand in front of the building, and what a job CNQC did do. So again, Mr. Carl, good job. And no need for me to explain further this company. Just have a visit to any high-rise. Their sign is now placed on them. So Mr. Carl, maybe we should talk a bit after the meeting. Looking forward to the future of the hotel and its operations, I see many silver linings on the horizon. I see the government establishing a tourism and hospitality training school. I see them removing fees for the Carnegie Home of Economics and many other vocational schools. Those are all very critical positions for us to take in order to produce the highest quality of human resources we need to truly establish Guyana as a tourism hotspot. Presently, our hotel employs over 60 Guyanese nationals, and our franchise, the Best Western Hotel Group, and U.S. management company, WNW Hospitality, expends massively towards conditioning and training of staff to deliver a world-class experience. I'd like to further give appreciation to the government of Guyana for working expeditiously to have our calendar of tourism events ramped up significantly. Only recently, we saw the news of Guyana hosting the finals of the CPL yet again, this time in 2025. In addition to this, the Global Super League that begins right here in November of this year, among many other planned concerts, conferences, and workshops that would drive tourists to our beautiful land of many waters. In closing, I'd like to thank our friends over at GBTI who worked tirelessly with us on the project to see it become a reality. GBTI is the sole financial institution to provide funding for this venture. Our group, however, Arimu Investments Incorporated, hasn't put up our tool bag just yet. There are many new hospitality and housing projects in the pipeline for us. I stand proud tonight by saying we have already attained the franchise of another global hotel brand. This particular project is presently in its conceptualization phase. I am very humbled as I stand here tonight and proudly say we have fought every battle that has come our way. We may not have won all, but we are alive today and we're about to open the first hotel to be completed since the government put out its notice for investment 4 years ago. This family-run company that hails from the Cinderella County has silenced most naysayers with the completion of this hotel and has officially initiated our business diversification plan. I encourage all potential investors around the country to make your mark on beautiful Guyana now. The time is now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Geraldo. What a powerful speech indeed. And now we get ready to welcome the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Onage Walrond. Please put your hands together for the Minister. Thank you.
Your Excellency, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Dr. Mohammed Irfaan Ali, distinguished members of the head table, the Alfonso family, Peter Ramsroop, CEO of Go Invest, members of Parliament, the Ambassador of China, and other members of the diplomatic community, cabinet colleagues, all distinguished attendees, special invitees, members of the media, our religious leaders, a special good evening to you all. It's a beautiful evening, you would agree, lovely breeze. I vividly remember standing at this very spot, as Geraldo has alluded to, in March 2021 as we broke ground for what was to become Guyana's first boutique hotel, a truly visionary project. At that time, the government was still fairly new, and I had only been in the office as Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce for a few months. Yet even then, our vision for tourism was unmistakably clear. The President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfaan Ali, articulated his vision to me for the expansion of the tourism industry. I was immediately inspired by such a futuristic vision. We committed to building a robust and resilient sector that would become a cornerstone of Guyana's economy. It is said that vision without action is but a dream. So equally important in those few months following our assumption of office, as an action-oriented government, we had already started to implement plans to realize that vision. We quickly identified a significant challenge. Our room stock capacity was far below what was necessary to support the kind of dynamic tourism sector we envisioned, one capable of attracting large numbers of international visitors. Realizing this gap, we took bold action. We promoted the expressions of interest for the development of internationally branded hotels, sending a strong signal that Guyana was ready for a new era in tourism. This government has consistently argued that a country's development hinges on the confidence, innovation, and commitment of its private sector. For our vision of an expanded tourism sector to become a reality, we knew we needed strong private sector buy-in. The Alfonsos were among the very first to step forward, responding to the EOIs with a bold plan to establish the first Aiden franchise in South America. They were not only quick to commit, but also swift in their execution, becoming the first to break ground, the first to begin construction, and predictably, the first to launch operations. Vision with action can indeed change the world. But I think it should be remembered that when we announced this program of investing in world-class hotel facilities, such as the one that we're opening today, we faced a lot of criticism. We were criticized for investing in hotel capacity in the middle of the pandemic when people were not traveling, when demand was depressed. Today, those criticisms are exposed for what they always were, lacking in vision and failing to understand that we must take action today in order to take an opportunity that may arise tomorrow. A hotel is not something that can appear overnight when the demand manifests. And the fact was that the failure to appreciate the possibilities of our tourism was due to those critics being unable to appreciate the radically different dispensation that awaited us, if only they had the vision to perceive it. Today, that demand exists. Our hotels are experiencing occupancy rates at record levels. Our visitor arrivals are expanding by double-digit rates year on year. We surpassed the pre-pandemic visitor arrival record last year, and we are on track to surpass that performance again this year. So if we had listened to the critics 4 years ago, Guyana would be ill-equipped to deal with the numbers of visitors to our shores. But it was that vision, accompanied by action, that have contributed to where we are today. I deliberately said that our vision and action contributed to where we are today, for what was also required was the courage to take the risk, to step into the breach and embark upon the venture. Courage such as that exhibited by the Alfonso, who answered the call. Their commitment is a testament to the potential of public-private partnerships in driving national development, and it sets a powerful example for others to follow as we continue to build Guyana's tourism sector into one that competes on the world stage. Today's opening of the Aiden by Best Western is proof of what can be achieved when the private sector and government work hand in hand to develop our tourism product. Your government is committed to fostering those partnerships, and we are confident that the investments we make today will pay dividends for generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks an important milestone for the tourism and hospitality industry in Guyana. This is more than just the opening of another hotel. This represents our country's continued growth and recognition as a key destination in the region. The upward trajectory of tourism in our country is clear. Our arrivals have surpassed, as I said, pre-pandemic levels, and 2024 is already producing record travel. We are on track to record upwards of 1 million passenger arrivals by the end of November. We have built out more than 50 new tourism products and experiences over the last 4 years, and there has been tremendous investments within the sector, including several other branded hotels under construction and the Tourism and Hospitality Institute, just to name a few. Having an internationally branded hotel like Aiden reinforces our position as a country on the move. It sends a signal globally that Guyana is well positioned to accommodate visitors with their specific global brand preferences. And this is just the start. We are expecting even more brands to establish themselves here, including the Marriott, Courtyard, and the Four Points by Sheraton. These expansions are not only meeting demand, they are about creating the foundation for long-term growth in the hospitality sector, thus positioning Guyana as a premier destination for business and leisure travelers alike. As we continue to aggressively pursue increasing our room stock in the sector, we are mindful that this effort is about diversity as much as it is about quantity. Having a diverse range of accommodation options ensures that we can cater to different types of travelers, business travelers, families, adventure tourists, and more. Our aim is to offer authentic and sustainable experiences that meet global standards for quality while showcasing the unique beauty of our country. This facility will take its place among a mix of large hotels, boutique inns, eco-lodges, vacation rentals, even bed and breakfast facilities. And we are actively exploring an even greater variety of accommodation options, such as glamping and luxury eco-lodges. As more such facilities come on stream, government will intensify our promotion and facilitation of traffic to destination Guyana, such as we have done in attracting meetings, incentives, conferences and exhibition, international sporting event and entertainment. Before I conclude, I would like to highlight an important international trend in tourism that I believe will strengthen our sector: the growing interconnectedness of its various components. This approach underscores the need for strong collaboration among hotels, tour operators, entertainment providers, and recreational facilities. In this model, hotels go beyond offering accommodation. They become ambassadors for the destination, actively promoting its attractions and experiences to the guests. This in turn ensures that every stakeholder, from local tour guides to small businesses, benefit from the broader visitor economy. I encourage Aiden Hotel and indeed all hospitality providers to embrace this integrated approach as we strive to create an inclusive and sustainable tourism sector. By working together, we can maximize the value of every visitor and ensure that the benefit of tourism are shared across the entire community. Let us continue to build, grow, and invest in Guyana's future together. Thank you, and congratulations once again to the investors in Aiden by West Western for this significant achievement. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Minister. And hearing all of this about Guyana just makes us even more patriotic, doesn't it? Well, right now, let's really delve into that with this national song, Oh Beautiful Guyana, by Diana Chapman. Please welcome her to the stage.
Oh, beautiful Guyana, oh, my lovely native land, more dear to me than all the world, thy sea-washed, sun-kissed strand, or down upon the border, looking out upon the deep, the great Atlantic blown into a fury of asleep at morn, at noon, or better in the crimson sunset glow. I love thee, oh, I love Guyana, oh, my lovely native land, more dear to me than all the world, thy sea-washed, sun-kissed strand, or down upon the border, looking out upon the deep, the great Atlantic blown into a fury. Sunset glow, I love thee, oh, I love thee.
Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Diana Chapman. Oh, beautiful Guyana. Everyone, please stand as we now welcome for the key address this evening, His Excellency, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Dr. Mohammed Irfaan Ali.
Thank you very much. Please, please have your seats. Members of Cabinet, Ambassador, Mayor of the City of Georgetown, members of the private sector, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and of course, in particular, one of the Alfonso branch of family, because, you know, there are many of them. Let me congratulate you on behalf of the government of Guyana for undertaking this enormous task and delivering to Guyana, the Guyanese people, a project that not only towers forward the possibilities and progress of Guyana, but a project, and many of you who spoke already, spoke about all those who said no. Well, I have adopted a very simple principle in my life. Let the naysayers or no-sayers see what yes look like. And today, you have showed every negative voice what positivity looks like and what a yes embrace of national development look and feel like. And I ask you to applaud the investors tonight. Less than 24 hours ago, I was speaking at a conference in Barbados, discussing, among other things, the challenges of our region and the future of our region. Understanding that Guyana resilience and sustainability must be built in a way, shape, and form that understand that we are not competing with ourselves, but we are competing in a global environment. And if we are going to win in that global environment, we have to learn what a winning culture is in this global environment. And a winning culture is about bold decision making, ideas that are backed with hard work, and a commitment to building a future that is much different from the Guyana we know today. And this is the future that I wish to engage on as we commission and open the doors of this beautiful facility. But perhaps, and I don't know because I did not get to listen to all the presentations, but I also want to acknowledge from the onset the role of GBTI as a local bank in backing the local investor with confidence and trust in providing financial support for this project. And we should applaud the banking sector. But I want us to contextualize this investment, and perhaps you may not know too, that this investment may be one of few hotels that actually went through the test by welcoming real guests in. Because in the testing phase of this hotel, it was during the CPL cricket, and it allowed them to actually work with guests themselves in testing the service. So this hotel was tested by real guests, real visitors. What you might have heard before also is that the hotel was initially being built at a certain standard or level. And after the brand owners or the brand came to examine what was built, they had to adjust their model upwards because of the quality of product that was delivered. And that also is remarkable. And the guys know that I'm very frank in what I have to say. I believe that the future of the hotel industry must not be one that is fragmented. And by this I mean there must be predictability in the brand pricing, and the brand value, as well as the brand service. So if someone utilizes this brand, they must have a predictable understanding as to what the price point will be, what the level of service will be, and what the value will be. So you know that if you're coming into this brand, this is what I expect. And I say this because sometimes the market can play on our minds in terms of demand and supply, the old economic principle that will allow us to push price point around. But I want to challenge the operators of this hotel to ensure that there is predictability consistently around the pricing point of the hotel. It's important. It's important because it helps you to build long-term clientele that trusts your brand and trust the pricing of your brand. It is important. But investing in a facility like this cannot be without an understanding as to where the country is going and what we are trying to build. We're trying to build a world-class economy. And a world-class economy requires world-class facilities. You can't build an economy that is world-class. We can't continue the economic diversification, one in which we are trying to build an economy by 2030 where we can have at least 3 million people passing through the economy annually to utilize the services that we're building in the economy. And we have to get up to that. We have to work on creating the ecosystem that would allow us to have this number of persons passing through the economy to create the type of demand for the services that we're investing in across the country. And if we are going to say to the world that we are giving or we are developing a world-class economy, but we don't have the facilities to back our vision, we don't have the facility to back the type of economy we are projecting, then no one will have the confidence in what we're building. And this is where the private sector comes in. So world-class facility is linked to world-class infrastructure. And that is why we have to ensure that within the transport ecosystem, that is from the international airport into the city, connecting to the new Silica City, connecting to the Linden-Suzdijk Highway, connecting to the East Bank and East Coast, that we are in a 35 minutes radius. And the only way you can achieve that 35 minutes radius is if we build the infrastructure to support this type of circular transport system that allows an integration of service providers, government services and private sector services, and the economic diversification and transformation. And that is why we are embarking also on a journey of building world-class infrastructure. Infrastructure that looks at security, safety, infrastructure that looks at connectivity, ease of connectivity, and part of supporting the world-class facilities and world-class infrastructure is also delivering world-class service. Because you can have the best facility, but if you don't have the quality of service to back that facility, then you will be doing a severe injustice to that facility. And that is why today we are investing in one of the finest tourism and hospitality institute being built in Port Morant, Berbice. And why, one may ask, why Port Morant, Berbice? Because in Port Morant, Berbice already, we have one of the world's best national training facility that soon will be the global premier facility in training deep water offshore oil and gas workers. An investment of $120 million US. So that facility gives us an eco space in which we will build other world-class facilities, which include the Tourism and Hospitality Institute. The Tourism and Hospitality Institute will also be linked to other world-class service deliverers in the hospitality industry to ensure that when you pass through there, you're not only getting world-class exposure and teaching, but certification also, which is important. So we understand that a world-class facility, a world-class infrastructure must be backed by world-class services. And that is why we're investing heavily in the training and development, in education, in technical support services, so that we can develop the world-class services to back this. And of course, important for this industry and a world-class economy is world-class security. And that is why we have moved our security architecture from safe city to safe country. And that is why now we're investing in a police academy, in a National Defense Institute. We're investing in world-class assets, some of the most modern firefighting assets, working on ensuring that we create the model, we build the model for a new sewer system to support the city. New water treatment facilities, renewables that is connected to cheaper form of energy. All of this is linked to investments like these. So we are also investing through digitization and technology in developing a world-class security infrastructure and architecture to support the vision that we have for tourism and the hospitality sector. Important also to these hotels and this sector is how we are able to attract world-class industries, world-class businesses, the best data centers. And we are not working to just get a partner. We are working to find the best partners. Data centers, ecotourism, very soon, we will welcome to our shores the best in ecotourism business. Premier companies. What this allows is for brand Guyana to be associated with the best brands in the world, the best markets in the world. It allows brand Guyana to be marketed in the top tier tourism hub globally. And this is what we want. So we are also working in developing this industry by bringing world-class manufacturers. So with the cost of power coming down and greater access to gas, we'll be developing in the coming years a dynamic and versatile manufacturing and industrial sector. Agro-processing. Now that would be linked to a world-class business, logistics, and transport hub that will be linked to a deepwater port that must have inbuilt a trade zone in which investors and people will look at Guyana as the premier geographic positioning for their businesses in Latin America and the Caribbean. And here's where we want our partners like the United States, China, India, Brazil to understand that what we want is value creation in our economy. We want your investors and your private sector to come here and add value to the natural resources that we have. Add value to the infrastructure that we're building as we work on creating and mastering this hub. It's exciting days ahead of us. Every day, I wake up renewed in spirit and excitement about where this country is going. Because I'm convinced, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that we are heading in the right direction, and we know the destination will be for a strong, sustainable, resilient, vibrant Guyana. And you just have to independently look at every single global investment forum or global economic outlook, and you will see where Guyana is positioned. But as we develop this global ecosystem, we also have to strategically integrate our neighbors with what we're doing. And that is why when you look at the opportunity with Guyana and Suriname, with a combined bauxite reserve of 1.5 billion tons, and with the cost of energy coming down and gas being accessible by both Guyana and Suriname, what that can do in expanding the value creation from this bauxite reserve. World-class services, including dry docking. One of our recent investors, another young Guyanese, Mr. Pretty Paul. Pretty Paul. Very interesting name. He stands by his name. So, this is a type of ecosystem. This is a country we are building. But this sector must also be backed by a world-class healthcare system. And that is why we are working with Mount Sinai and Northwell and the others to ensure that we build a world-class healthcare system where the minimum standard will be a level 4 standard, with level 5 being the highest standard that you can get, and we will also have level 5 facilities. These are important investments that must back the world-class facilities that we are building. So world-class facilities must be followed by world-class infrastructure, world-class services, world-class healthcare, world-class infrastructure, and world-class industries. But in this city itself, and I'm happy the mayor is here, we need to break away and break free from the political culture that is killing the development of the city. And we need the private sector to take the lead in this. The government has been investing massively in this city. And we are now working on an investment in this city that will be different. We're working with the King's Foundation. And what do we hope to achieve in the near future in this city? We are hoping, not hoping, it will be done. There's no hope in this. We are working on building a city that will be connected on a number of pillars. One, culture and heritage. So we want, when visitors come, they must walk from Kingston all the way around the city and be able to enjoy the culture and heritage of the city. That means we have to rebuild all our heritage facilities. We have to clean up the city, do back all the drainage, make the drainage economically viable by putting in modern drainage facility in which you can have parking over the drainage, in which we can create cycle lane over the drainage, in which we can create greenery along the drainage, and peaceful, tranquil, safe walking circuits throughout the city. And that is the vision we're working on with the King's Foundation. So the city will be segmented into different sectors. One sector will be culture and heritage. One sector will be the green walkway. One sector will be city parks connectivity. We're working now on modernizing, and let us welcome my brother, the Prime Minister, just celebrating one of our cultural heritage, welcoming Diwali, lighting the symbolic diya at the Indian Commemoration Park. Welcome, Prime Minister. I was just telling him about the great work you're doing. So another sector in the city development plan is the city parks connectivity. How smooth and seamless you can move from park to park, including the work that we will do on creating a modern facility at the Botanical Garden and the zoo, connecting that to the National Park, connecting that to the boardwalk. So one sector, culture and heritage, the other sector, green walk, the third sector, the city park connectivity, the fourth sector, industry and commerce. How are we going to develop the ecosystem around industry and commerce? Because that is also an integral part in the city itself. The other sector is waterfront and markets. And I know the City Council is also looking at a project for the modernization of some of the markets, because the markets must be reflective of the culture, must be reflective of the history, must be safe, must be usable, must be friendly. So the next sector is the waterfront development and the markets. The waterfront will see a tremendous transformation. But if you look at the waterfront from Kingston that straddles the industry and commerce going all the way to the fire service, and then look at the other side on Vidahu, you will see the potential that both sides present in terms of tourism and hospitality. All of these sectors and segments that we see the city evolving with will support a city that is people-centric, moving more towards a walking city, a riding city, with less vehicle traffic coming into the city, encouraging greater wellness and family orientation, with family using the city, walking together. So the city will be rooted in people, environment, culture, history, art, wellness, and quality of life. That is a city rejuvenation plan that we are working on. And if you look at the investments that the government will be making in the city itself, you will see how those investments and these investments is changing the face of the city. I mean, the mayor is here. He would have to be seriously, he will have to do serious damage to his conscience if he don't admit that investment in this city by the government is transforming the outlook of the city. And I know that he would not do such damage to his conscience. But I encourage my friend the mayor and all stakeholders in the city to understand this vision, to understand this plan, and let us work towards enriching the plan and vision. Let us work towards rejuvenating the city within the context of the plan and vision. The vibrancy of the city is key to visitor experience. After the just concluded CPL, many who came are already booking their next CPL visit. And important to what we're doing here also is developing an events map for Guyana that will bring world-class performances, world-class global sports, because a big part of the country we are building and the diversification we are embracing is the sports economy, the sports economy, we call it. The sports economy is where one pillar of the diversification is where sports is used to bring in people, to create the demand for the services we are building. We are already making our global mark on important and critical global issues like food security, climate security, biodiversity, energy security. Because we are positioning this country beyond the 850,000 people or more that we have here. We are positioning this country to provide services by 2030 for 3 million people who will pass through. An ambitious target, a bold target, but a target that is essential for the economy that we are building. I thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. You may be seated, everyone. As we get ready now for the vote of thanks by the General Manager of the hotel, Mr. Carlos Achong. After that, we'll have the ribbon cutting ceremony. Please put your hands together for Mr. Achong.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here at this special moment. And today is an exciting day. I arrived to Guyana 6 months ago. The hotel was still under construction. Today, I love pepper pot. And I correct our Trini friends who arrive here and I say it's chicken curry and not curry chicken. Opening a hotel is a very special occasion. It brings to mind a special quote from Winston Churchill. And he said, open quote, "Some see private enterprise as a predatory target to be shot. Others as a cow to be milked, but few, very few, are those who see it as a sturdy horse pulling a heavy wagon." To that end, I would like to publicly recognize the Alfonso family for pulling this wagon called the Aiden Hotel over the last 3 years. To end my participation, I would like to share the mantra or vision of the hotel, and it states, "At the Aiden Hotel, we shall provide exceptional and memorable hospitality experience every day, everywhere, every time." Thank you all. We shall now proceed to the cutting of the ribbon ceremony. Thank you all.
You don't read your, when you don't write speeches, right? So I want to challenge the Alfonso family in this hotel, because one of the things we want all the new hotels to do is to adopt a tourism destination in Guyana and to market that destination as part of their hotel experience. And I can see the Aiden brand incorporate as main aspect of its menu the promotion of tourism and the link between this hotel and tourism in Essequibo and the Cameroon as part of what they do. So we must see every time you check in here or you go online, you must see because
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and all of our special invited guests. Please be advised, it is now time for us to enter the hotel, all of our guests, and enjoy some refreshments. So thank you all for coming this evening, and let's enjoy Aiden by Best Western.